Happy holidays to you and your family. I'm your psychologist tonight. My name's Dr. drlennoxforrest. I want to talk tonight about an important subject, and it's called the holiday blues. The holiday season is supposed to be a time of laughter, togetherness, joy, celebration, and festivity. Unfortunately, for many people, the holiday is a time of sadness, regret, loneliness, negative emotions, worry, and so forth. We call this the holiday blues. Now, according to the American Psychological Association, 44% of women and 33% of men surveyed feel stressed during the holidays. The holiday blues overcomes people experience the forced joyfulness of the season. Feelings of sadness that last throughout the holidays may start from November through December and may go into January, the new year. Now, take note of this. People with a prior mental health condition may be even more prone to experiencing holiday blues or holiday depression. According to the National Alliance of Mental Health and Mental Illness, 64% of people with an existing mental illness report that the holiday makes their condition worse. Now, what exactly causes the holiday blues? There's a number of reasons, so let me just highlight a few. First of all, painful memories of loved ones who have passed away tend to surface during this time of the year. For example, if you've lost a parent throughout the year, or during the holidays, when the holiday comes about, that thought is there that, you know what, that family member won't be at the table. We're not going to hear their voice. I spoke to one person last week who lost her sister recently. And she said, I'm not even looking forward to the holidays because my sister, she was really festive. So the joy of the holidays, it's just not there for me. So the loss of a loved one can really take the wind out of a person's sail during the holidays because that memory is there. So once again, the painful memories of loved ones who will not be at the family gathering, loved ones who will not be at the table, is a struggle for so many people. So just think about it. If you've lost a loved one, especially due to COVID, and this is the first time that that person won't be present, your mind, your thoughts are going to be fixed on that person. So those painful memories can linger for us for a very long time. For people, once again, painful memories tend to surface during the holiday season. I spoke to someone recently who just finalized their divorce in November. They were distraught. They had all those memories, and it was a flood of emotions as we talked. She was crying. She was distraught. I'm going into the holidays being divorced. I'm going to be alone. We did so many things during the holidays, but now that has been taken away. So once again, those painful memories. For some people, they've had their children taken away, maybe by Child Protective Services. So the joy of the holiday is lost. Another struggle for people is what we call broken relationships. One of the greatest struggles on this planet is in the area of relationships. The greatest struggle. People have a difficult time getting along. They have a hard time coexisting. It could be a relationship problem between brother and sister, between siblings. It could be a relationship problems with partners, husbands and wives. Broken relationships. Once again, those things tend to surface during the holidays. I spoke to one person who said, I want to go home, but I can't. And I said, how come? He said, because I won't be welcomed. I'm the black sheep. I want to go home, but I don't know if they would welcome me. So I don't want to risk going home because that relationship has been fractured and it still lingers. So for many, the holiday blues surface because of relationships that have been ruptured, that have been punctured because of many different variables. Another factor that brings on the holiday blues, financial struggles. A global investment company found that 53% of people experience financial stress due to holiday spending. And what's interesting, despite more than half set budgets, they exceed their budgets, and that causes financial stress. So many people feel that, you know what, I spend so much, maybe too much, and I get nothing. Because a part of the struggle in terms of the financial burden is that people are trying to buy love. And all the money in the world can't buy love. So if you set a budget, stick to it. For many people, the financial struggles can come in the sense that their house, their home has been foreclosed. Some people are experiencing eviction during the holidays. For many, they see others running to the mall, buying gifts, loading up, and they're only wishing, if I could buy something, but they don't have the monies. So the financial struggles can be difficult. And sometimes that's amplified during the holiday season. When we look at our own situation, we realize that, you know what? I'm financially bankrupt. And that's an embarrassment. And it brings about the holiday blues. Loneliness is another major struggle for people. We live in a world that's more connected than ever before, but we are more lonely than ever before. In the United Kingdom, they have stated that loneliness is now a pandemic. Loneliness is a subjective feeling that people are not with you. People don't understand you. You feel disconnected from others, disconnected from society, so you feel alone. We can be in a crowd of people and still feel alone. Be willing to engage with others. And even if there are micro conversations, take advantage of those and engage. Homelessness That's another variable that contributes to loneliness. People are sleeping under bridges. They have nowhere to go. They're sleeping outdoors during the holiday season, which is supposed to be a time of warmth, peace on earth, goodwill towards others. But yet, homeliness is prevalent during the holiday season. It's a struggle. So here's what you can do to help with the holiday blues. First, I'm always going to encourage people to get plenty of sleep, because sleep affects your mood. So during the holidays, there's a tendency to stay up late. But set a specific time for you to go to sleep and a set time to wake up. So that will even out your mood. When people don't sleep, it's a window into their mental health. Because people who are deprived of sleep, they tend to be moody, irritable, grumpy, snappy. They just don't do well. So during the holiday season, get a good night's sleep. Number 2, limit alcohol. Drinking to excess can affect your mood and amplify any negative feelings that you may have. So when it comes to alcohol, limit that. Don't go overboard. Number 3, a very important thing to do during the holidays is learn to say no. That's a way to protect yourself, to take good care of yourself. So many of us want to say yes to everything. But if we don't say no and put boundaries about things that we can do, we can be used up. And once again, that brings about tremendous stress. So no is a positive way for people to take care of themselves. Get support when you're mourning the loss of a loved one. And that could be seeking professional help. But grief is painful. Some people like to carry their grief alone, but it's always good when you can have a trusted person to share your grief with. Someone who has a listening ear, that will be attentive, that will be caring and sympathetic to your loss. Number 5, limit your time on social media. Social media has its advantages, but there's a tendency for many people to spend an inordinate amount of time on social media. What the research tells us is that too much time produces anxiety and depression, especially for teenagers. Because with social media, most of us are looking at glamorous situations, and we tend to fantasize about those things because we know that in our own personal lives, it's not going so well. So be able to monitor and limit your time on social media, especially for children. And number 6, remember, the building blocks of life are relationships, not individuals, not things. People and relationships are everything. So focus your time on building up positive relationships with others. One final note. There is a difference between the holiday blues, which typically go away when the holiday season ends, and more severe depression, which lasts longer and interferes with activities of daily living. If the holiday season passes and you're still feeling depressed or anxious, it's best to consult with a medical professional. Enjoy your holidays. Connect with family. Spend time with friends. And remember how important relationships are. And get a good night's sleep. It's been my pleasure. God bless.